Have you ever had a dream so vivid you could swear it was real? Or maybe you've tried a virtual reality game, and for a split second after taking off the headset, that exact feeling. He realized that our eyes and ears make mistakes all the time. Think about how a straight stick looks bent when dipped into a glass of water, or how a mirage looks like a puddle on a hot road. Because our senses have tricked us before, we can never be absolutely certain they aren't tricking us right now. If we want to know what is actually real, we need a base that doesn't rely on what we see or hear. To find a truth he could trust, Descartes took this doubt to the extreme. He imagined a scenario where a powerful, deceptive being, like a rogue program feeding you a personalized deepfake, was controlling every single thing he experienced. Under that simulation, he had to assume everything he knew was a trick. The sky above him, the hands he was looking at, and even the laws of math could be an illusion designed to deceive him. He performed a mental demolition of his entire world, clearing away every physical object, every memory, and every assumption he had ever made. He stripped it all back until he was left in total darkness. It leads to a difficult question. Once you delete the entire physical universe, is there a single fact left that is undeniably true? Sitting in that metaphorical darkness, Descartes noticed a loophole. Even if he was being tricked by a powerful demon, there had to be a someone there to experience the trick. He realized that the very act of doubting his reality meant he was thinking, and if he was thinking, he had to exist. Even if he didn't have a physical body, he was undeniably a thinking mind. This was his first solid fact, a starting point he could use to begin rebuilding the world. This image shows the original Latin text of his Meditations, where he recorded this breakthrough. His realization, "I think, therefore I am," became the starting point for modern philosophy. But he was still alone in his own mind. He knew he existed, but he still couldn't prove that any objects outside of his thoughts were actually real. Setelah yakin dirinya ada, Descartes menghadapi masalah baru. Apakah dia sendirian di alam semesta ini? Untuk mencari tahu, dia mulai membedah semua ide yang ada di kepalanya. Dia menemukan satu ide yang sangat berbeda dari yang lain, sebuah konsep tentang sesuatu yang maha sempurna dan tak terbatas. Diagram ini membantu menjelaskan logikanya. Bayangkan seorang balita yang tiba-tiba menulis rumus fisika kuantum yang sangat rumit di papan tulis. Pikiran balita itu sendiri tidak punya kemampuan untuk menciptakan rumus sekompleks itu. Rumus itu pasti ditaruh oleh seseorang yang sudah memahami fisika tingkat tinggi. Descartes berargumen bahwa dia bisa saja mengarang ide tentang unicorn dengan menggabungkan ide kuda dan tanduk. Tapi dia tidak bisa mengarang ide tentang kesempurnaan mutlak. Karena dia adalah makhluk yang terbatas dan penuh keraguan, ide tentang sesuatu yang tidak terbatas pasti berasal dari luar dirinya. Kesimpulannya, ide ini adalah tanda tangan dari sosok yang memang sempurna. Dengan membuktikan adanya pencipta yang jujur, Descartes akhirnya bisa membuktikan bahwa dunia luar benar-benar ada. Because a perfect creator wouldn't be a cruel prankster, Descartes could finally trust his senses again. He could be confident that he wasn't living in a permanent simulation. As you can see in this diagram, this makes the world predictable again. Because our creator is truthful, the things we clearly understand through logic, like the laws of math and science, must be accurate descriptions of reality. But we still face a paradox. If designed by a perfect being, why do humans constantly fall for illusions or make mistakes in judgment? Descartes argued that human error happens because our free will is much larger than our understanding. As this graphic illustrates, we hit a red alert when we rush to make a choice or accept a belief before our limited logic has caught up. In this view, error is a result of using our boundless freedom to jump to conclusions before we have clear evidence. With his logic complete, Descartes rebuilds his world. He can trust that the hot cup of coffee in front of him is actually there. The journey he took to get there leaves us with a tool we can use today. We often view doubt as a destructive force that makes us feel uncertain. But Descartes showed us that radical doubt works like a high-grade mental filter. It is a process that clears away bad assumptions, misleading news, and outdated myths. By having the courage to tear down the ideas we've inherited, we find the strongest, truest facts that remain. Those are the only facts solid enough to build a life on.